computer. Well, welcome to our March edition of our Rising Reds. Oh my goodness, so excited that you are here being part of the top 6% of the amazing Mary Kay business. I also love it that this is a business where we get to put God first, family second, and career third. I love it when we gather, we can gather with it all. So if you would not mind joining me, let us start this amazing meeting with a prayer, and then we will continue on with our evening. Dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for who you are, for making each of us unique and special, and giving us gifts and giving us words and giving us this amazing company that we can help people enjoy not only their skin, enjoy their beauty with color, but we can enjoy who they become because they grow into leaders. Lord, tonight I just ask a special measure on our Reds. I ask that you would just be with them, help them hear. But I also ask a special measure of encouragement for our teachers, for both Julia and for Holly, as they pour into us. Help us hear what you are asking them to give to us. Thank you for this time together. Bless our efforts as we race through these last 90 days of this amazing seminar year. We ask this because you give us that permission. In Jesus, amen. Okay, awesome. Okay, I would like to start this meeting with my national, Miss Julia. Julia, I'm going to spotlight you here. What for you is a favorite red memory? A red memory. What is your favorite, if you would not mind sharing with the group as we get ready to start here?
I would love to. The thing that excited me the most, this is so shallow, but about being a red was that I didn't have to worry about what to wear. I now knew what to wear all the time. And I got to write on a table. Like, see, I still have one of these, like I need a table to write on. And so we got to sit at a table. Remember that, LaShawn? And we had snacks and we could put our spiral down and like, instead of trying to juggle everything in your lap. So like, that was just a total upgrade to me. My favorite memory though, is Rena, at the time, our Target area retreat out in the wilderness of East Texas was a red jacket and above retreat. So I had to really work to get there. And because my vision was so small, I was not convinced I wanted to lead anyone. I felt that I was having trouble leading myself. And so I was so excited to qualify as a red jacket to get to go to this retreat. And what is so hilarious, y'all, I don't know what I thought it was going to be like, but my director, Deb, was like, okay, so I'll pick you up at this time and we're going to have all these ice chests loaded and all these boxes from Sam's. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but okay. And so we get down there like several hours early and we're like the whole setup crew for like all these cabins at Sky Ranch, which is huge. And we're like dragging these ice chests filled with ice, which you know how heavy that is. And then we're like taking tissues and snacks and into all of these cabins. And like my makeup was flawless, but I'm like drenched in sweat because, it's East Texas in October. It's so sweaty and hot and humid. And like halfway through, I go, Deb, where are the other red jackets? Like they should be helping us. And she's like, oh no, we're part of the setup crew. And I go, I would like to take myself off of that committee. I thought like the prize was me getting to come here because like I finally became a red jacket. And she turned around, y'all. This is one of my best leadership lessons. And she said, Joya Mundy, we are servant leaders. That is who I've raised you to be. So if nobody else comes early, we will always be the ones. And that's why we have showers and more Mary Kay to put it back on. But it is a privilege for you to be here early, preparing the campsite, praying over every cabin so that everyone else can receive what they have. And you're going to receive too. And y'all, that was so humbling for me. I went with a diva ego attitude and I left with a servant leadership heart. So now everybody teases me that Joya and Jesus come first and leave last. Because I learned that lesson. You know how to teach me twice. So I pray that you will catch all the magic from my girlfriend, Holly. She pours into me so much. She's so magnetic. She's irresistible. And y'all, I want you to know when I met Holly, not only was I completely awestruck by her beauty, but we were in a future national class together, and it was like round tables, and it was only Holly and I and maybe a couple more people in that room. And man, she was sitting there giving the other national the what for about what she needed to know so that she could finish her national area. And I was like, well, I don't even know what I need to know. I'll just stick with her and go from table to table. And of course, she finished her national area several years before me, but I never forgot her beauty, her determination, her brilliance. And I'm so grateful, Holly, that God connected our dots where we get to be girlfriends and not just National Sales Director sisters. Thank you so much for being on to pour into our girls tonight.
Julia, thank you. And thank you for being you, and thank you for being a part, a national that leads, a servant leader. And absolutely, you not only have learned that lesson, but you help others want to follow it willingly. So thank you for all of that. Okay, so now Holly, we're going to replace there. Oh, there we go. There she is. So I have the honors of reading her accolades tonight. So I'm sorry if you've never had the chance to hear Holly, and those of you who are in her national area, wow. Those of us who have the honors of hearing you on occasions, I'd have to say of all the accolades I've got to read, Holly, I really love how yours reads. So not because of the accomplishments, but of just the way you stay real through it. So thank you. So here we go. Holli Lowe began her Mary Kay business at the ripe age of 20. She was a college student in Clemson University and earning her degree as an elementary education when she said yes to adding another thing to her already busy schedule. Reality one. She debuted as an independent sales director in 2002 and earned her first company car as a junior in college. Holly enjoyed working her business part-time while she graduated with high honors and began her teaching career. Holly has earned a total of 9 free cars and over 23 carats of diamonds, topaz, sapphires in her business and has traveled the world. Holly has enjoyed 5-star accommodations in Maui, cruised the Mediterranean in Greece and Turkey, climbed the Great Walls of China, saw the Queen's Jewels in London, enjoyed the tango capital of the world in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and toured the Sistine Chapel on a private tour in Rome, Italy. She and Matt cruised the French Riviera in May of 22 and back again to Maui. Holly's highest income for 1 month, not including her diamonds, prizes, cars, and the trip is over $24,000 in 1 month. Holly, I'm going to guess as a teacher, you probably earned that in a year. Am I right?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was also the reality why that number was so special. Holly's favorite memory is retiring her husband from his management position 16 years ago. Holly and Matt have been married for 17 years and have a 13-year-old son, Toby, and 7-year-old Gunnar, Lowe. She is a person who believes God has already given you everything you need to be successful inside yourself. I think that should just be on everybody's wall. Just dream bigger and expect success. Holly battled with self-worth and feeling of not measuring up until she earned her first pink Cadillac, and 5 years later debuted at that time as the youngest national sales director in the world at just 29 years old. She gives credit to the company for offering her flexibility, freedom, moral values, and Christian principles, abundant thinking, financial freedom, and a chance to truly live the American dream. Please welcome the one, the only, the amazing Miss Holli Lowe.
Yay! Thank you so much, Mary. Mary, you're doing an awesome job. I love that you host this for your national area. I think it's so brilliant. You are so amazing for doing that. And thank you for inviting me. I consider it always such an honor, you guys, when there's 250 of the most beautiful, inspiring, amazing, and magnetic leaders in Mary Kay to be asked to train and influence someone's girls is a really big deal. And so first of all, Julia Garner, I literally could listen to Julia talk all day long. She makes me want to just like, and go work. She's so inspiring and so encouraging. First class leader. Julia is humble. She is graceful. She is fierce. And I love that she has embraced her beautiful self like she is unapologetically. She is authentically Julia. And it's taken time for her to do that. And I love that that's where she is. It is so beautiful and inspiring, Julia. And that is why our company needs you in the inner circle. And I'm praying over your emerging leaders and the women God has called to raise up in your national area. So you guys, I'm going to start off a little bit by showing y'all my toothbrush. Do y'all have a toothbrush? If you don't have a toothbrush, you get you a toothbrush, put you some washi tape on it so it's not the one you actually brush your teeth with, okay? It is now your microphone. And Cindy Williams, when she decided to own her moment in her mind, she would say when she wanted to be the #1 NSD in her division, she would grab her toothbrush every morning when she brushed her teeth and she would say, get ready for the most exciting night of your life. And that was her moment to live in the vision of becoming the #1 national sales director in her division at Mary Kay, right? For that seminar year. That's what they say at seminar. And so, I've been doing that and I get a little emotional, you guys, like, oh, because the moment that you finally can see it, that is the moment that God will allow you to begin to see it for real. Julia spoke on, she had a $1 Million Director on a call that she did not long ago. And I watched the video and I was like, oh my God, this is so good. And at the very end, Julia said, speak what you seek until you see what you said. Speak what you seek until you see what you said. And y'all, I just was like, oh my gosh, it was so big. And so it literally made my heart skip a beat. And I just want to start off with that today. But you guys, tonight is all about the color red. And I've shared this training with so many people and God gave this to me in the middle of the night. And I think I've told everybody except my own national area. So I was just so excited when my girls, some of our reds got to hop on tonight, and I've done it with my directors, but not our area. And so I'm just excited. So you guys, I want y'all to think about the color red, and we see some of y'all in your red tonight. Y'all are looking sugar sharp, wearing your red tonight. And I love it. It's such a beautiful, just red is so rich, isn't it? Okay. So the color red, write this down, is passion, and red is energy. Did you know that red draws attention like no other color? It radiates strong and powerful energy, listen, that motivates us into action. Did you know that red motivates us into action? Do y'all remember sitting in the audience at Career Conference and seeing a director taking a slew of reds across stage? What happens? The audience goes crazy. They're like, oh my gosh. And it is so electrifying. When I looked at the pictures from Career Conference, I mean, I love these pink suits, and pink is a shade of red, but the colors that I see that are so rich is what? It's red. It is red. Y'all, I always tell directors that the number of reds you have in your unit is in direct proportion to your passion for building leaders. I want you to never underestimate the position of star team builder / red jacket team leader, future director, DIQ in our company. You are literally such an important piece of what we do at Mary Kay. Being a middle leader. The middle is what holds us together. And I want you to know that and be proud of that. Y'all, here's the other piece of red. Red is also a warning. It's a signal. It's caution and danger. Stop signs, red. Red lights are red. Fire trucks are red. The lights on the top of an ambulance, what color are they? Red. Red also symbolizes action, strength, energy, and passion. The effect of those is attention, motivation, stimulation, cautiousness. The positives are sexuality, courage, desire. Like my daddy used to not let us wear red to church. He was like old school. He's like, the promiscuous girls, that's who gets to wear red. Y'all can't wear red to church. You know, we were like old school, y'all. The negative of red is what? Anger, danger, revenge, and aggression. I want you to think, you ever heard somebody say, I saw red? Y'all ever heard that? Yeah, I see red. Why? Because they're angry. Okay. But I want you to think, we're going to stay on this for a minute. I want y'all to go way back to some high school English literature class. Did y'all ever read The Scarlet Letter? Okay. The Scarlet Letter is hinged around this girl who had an affair. Okay. The literal letter, the letter A, y'all, okay? A, hinged around guilt, shame, and this girl literally had to stitch and wear a red letter on her chest so that everybody knew that by seeing that red A on her chest, that she was publicly guilted and shamed. You see, some of our scarlet letters of guilt and shame, y'all, of the should have, would have, could haves, we still choose to suit up in those day in and day out. And sometimes, y'all, we've chosen to wear them as our banner of pride. Like, I'm stuck and I know it, right? Of who we've been, or we're passionate about wearing the labels that someone else from our past has put on us. Y'all, we labeled ourselves with things like procrastinator, busy. We tell ourselves that we don't know what to do. We can speak lack. When it gets good, we can pull back because lack or lazy can feel more familiar. The struggle is the safe place. Y'all ever felt that before? I have. And you let off the gas. You don't necessarily slam the brake, but you let off the gas. Because if it's too good and too easy, that is too unfamiliar. Y'all, do you know anyone who wears their banner of busy, overwhelmed, someone controlled by their past and cannot let go and move on? You know these people. You call them and they're like, right? And you're like, and then they're like, you want to sell Mary Kay? And we're like, God, girl, that's why you ain't recruiting anybody. Like, woo, they are wore out, right? Okay. What are you choosing to give? If red is passion, what are you choosing to give your passion to? What about the red letter you stitched on your chest? Instead of, the A, I stitched the L at seasons in my career. Loser. I missed the goal. I stood on stage in the wrong unit club. I stood on stage in the wrong director shirt. Right? The wrong position, the wrong goal, the wrong ring, the wrong spot, because I publicly felt like I needed to be shamed for missing the goal. Right? Y'all want to know what mine was? 2008. I made up the shirts, Dream Team, debut in NSD National Area. Y'all, the shirts were printed. We literally walked around at Seminar 08, not the Dream Team. Okay? But we had those shirts, right? I was publicly disappointed. Have y'all ever been there? You ever been disappointed? I hadn't finished my national area. I felt like I walked around that entire seminar with that big red L stitched on my chest. But there's another set of red letters. Have you ever noticed that in scripture, every time Jesus speaks, the letters are in what color? Red, right? Every time Jesus speaks, the colors of the letters are red. So his red letters and the scarlet letter, they're the same shade. It's the same color. Both two separate ends of the spectrum. You guys, one is danger. One is guilt. The other is passion and positivity and energy. And y'all, the reality is we can allow God's truth, also written in red, to take over and remove the guilt, the shame, the things that we carry on our chest as our banners of doubt, worry, fear, shame, guilt, all the stuff from our past, y'all. Because whatever you stitch on your chest, that is what you follow behind. It's what you're following. And if you're choosing to allow what you didn't do and stitch that L on, it's what you're following, and it's leading you, you guys. It is leading you. And you are walking in a circle. You are not making progress if guilt is the frequency that you're operating in. It's our banner. That L is what I clung to it, right? No matter which end of the spectrum it belongs to, we wear it proudly like our superhero letter, you guys. Everywhere we go. The truth is only God's red letters can replace and remove that letter. And y'all, it happens stitch by stitch. You are not going to wake up tomorrow and think magically like, wow, I got it all together. I'm amazing, right? If you're stuck in a place of guilt and shame and frustration and doubt and fear, blah, 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 it takes work. right? We can wear his truth. We can suit up like the warriors that we are, y'all. And speaking of suiting up, we know the Bible tells us literally, y'all, to put on the armor of God. Why do you think he tells us to do that? Seriously? Because life is not a walk in the park and dancing through a field full of daisies. There are moments that will feel hard. Warriors put on the armor because it's a battle, you guys, and we're going to fight. We're going to fight for our dreams. We're going to fight for our families. We're going to fight for our God-given dream life destiny. Write that down. God-given dream life destiny. God-given dream life destiny. Otherwise, why would we need armor? We are in a battle to fight, you guys. James 1:4 says, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature, not lacking anything. My Bible added, the potential a Christian woman has for maturity relates to the realization of her God-given destiny. She's striving to reach a goal only God can enable her to achieve. Y'all, it's time to suit up. Not only in his truth, but also in our DNA. Cindy Williams says DNA means do not argue, baby, right? And you guys, I choose every single day. I'll get it right here where I sit and do my quiet time. And I literally have it taped to my desk. And I pulled my top 7 strengths. Okay. And you can go to Gallup Strengths with an S center.com and take the test. You can pay for it if you want to get all 50 or however many there are, whatever. Anyway, I pulled the top 7 because 7 is the number of completion in the Bible. And I wanted to know my top 7. And y'all, I decided every morning I literally go achiever. That's my head plate, right? I'm going across my chest. Number 2, strategic. Number 3, competition. My belt, maximizer. My left leg guard, significance. My right leg guard, activator. And my boots is positivity. So every day, you guys, I can suit up in my strengths. And when I focus on my strengths, my weaknesses are irrelevant and they become weaker. And if we live in who we are and quit trying to be who we're not, we're so exhausted, you guys. We're not exhausted from doing too much. We're exhausted from doing too little of what sets our souls on fire, you guys. I just want to challenge you. Stop looking around. And stop allowing that guilt, shame, shoulda, woulda, coulda, right, to take over. If I follow who God created me to be as the red letters I suit up for and where is my superpower, imagine how God can use us when we choose to do that. Imagine the passion surrounding your dream every day, knowing that you're suited up to fight for your dream. Y'all, my dream requires these 7 gifts. Do y'all understand that? Your dream requires your 7 gifts. But when you're trying to be like Susie Q over there, instead of being like you're trying to do her thing with your gifts and you're the square peg in the round hole and you're staying frustrated. Your present circumstances do not determine where you can go. They only determine where you get to start. I said get to start on purpose. Nito Quaben. I'll close with this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, handsome, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? But actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You're playing small. Write this down. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened, you guys, about shrinking so other people don't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine just like little kids do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God within us. And it's not just for some, y'all. It's for all of us. We are all born with that light. And as we let our light shine on, we unconsciously give other people around us permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, our presence, just our presence, y'all, just somebody brushing your shoulder at Walmart automatically liberates others. God bless you, Garner area, and cheers to your most amazing finish.
Oh My word. I am going to go back to the gallery view here. Hello, let's give it up. I want to see it. Let's hear it for the amazing Holli Lowe. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes, it all. Put your little symbols up there if you're not on camera and things like that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think all of us are going, whew, yes, yes. Yes, receive. I think we'll put the two things together, Holli, and receive, receive, receive. If you haven't heard that speech of Julia's,
it's my favorite. I say it to her all the time.
Yes.
But you got to say it like Julia, receive, receive, receive. I mean, it's got to be like that. I mean, I think Jesus blesses the twang in it, Mary.
I know he blesses the twang. Some of us just have not gotten the iced tea down yet. So I'm just... I'm trying though. I follow her close. Okay. So what I would like to do, we have a little bit of time and I would like us to kind of receive a lot of what Holli said. I don't know if you process the universe like I do, but since I'm moderating it, you get to process it like I do. So what we're going to do is I want you to unmute. You're going to affirm what you heard. I want you to have a learning that you heard from Holli. Okay. So we're going to all do that. Volunteer, be drafted. That's how that happens. But I also, in your mind, I want you to speak out a name of who on your team needs to hear this. Who, I think Holli's line was, the number of reds on your team is your commitment to the leadership of Mary Kay, or close to that rendition. So who on your red team, who is going to be your red, or who are going to be? So what is an affirmation of what you heard Holli say to you, or that your takeaway? And yes, a name of at least one who, because what I truly believe as Holli talks, she said, and this ties back to what Julia said, when you speak it out, you keep speaking it until what you see is what you said. So I believe all of us want to be leaders and bringing others leaders with us. So let's start it today, right? Let's start it today. Okay, so I'm going to start with volunteers. So if you are ready to speak, go ahead and unmute, and then I'll call on you. If you choose not to unmute as a herd, I will draft. Julia knows it is about my style. So who would like to unmute first? Sonia, please start us out tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to start because I'm in the church parking lot. I'm going to run into church here.
Perfect.
Of course, I love Holli. She herself brings me to tears just with her inspiration itself. Her every time I'm listening to Zoom, my husband's like, Holli's on, isn't she? He's never even met Holli. Never even met her, and he already knows all about Holli. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to meet this Holli woman. But just hearing her words and inspirations and just what she's saying, receive, 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 don't give up, makes me want to just be her, making me want to be a better person in general. But in fact, I got back into church when I started Mary Kay. Mm-hmm. I haven't been in church in years. Being a Mary Kay has just been a blessing in itself, which makes me inspire other women, which makes me inspire the people that are underneath me. My daughter's underneath me, and she's a red, and I'm going to work on some of my other girls.
Okay, beautiful. Miss Son, a name. Okay, at your daughter, you got a name of another one that's already in your head who you love to bring.
Yes. My other one I just recruited in December, and she just wanted to buy it just for herself, but she is selling like Kuala Mizzou. Deb,
awesome.
Deb,
she's love. We're going to be pulling that down from Miss Deb. And thank you for joining us. Enjoy yourself at church. Thank you for being a part of that. Awesome. Okay, who would like to volunteer to go next? Looking for Karen. Did you unmute? Are you really ready? Perfect. I see an unmute. You are.
I make them do this every training I do, Mary. They are ready. They know. Hey, like you are voluntold to share your takeaway.
Good. I'm glad I felt that. Thank you for sending that to me. I love it.
All right. So my affirmation would, Holli, when you said God-given dream, life, destiny, oh my goodness, that's it. That is it. I had this dream 2 years ago, but I don't even think to this extent. And now it just, is amazing. It feels so good. So that is absolutely it. And who on my team is going to be a red? That would be my daughter, Caitlin.
Awesome. Cannot wait to meet Caitlin in red or above. Love it. Thank you, Karen, for sharing. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, Miss Christina, are you ready? Is that why I am seeing an unmuted mic? Or not. Okay. Who else is up? Michelle's now on. I'll go to Michelle. There you go.
Okay.
Michelle. Yes, that Michelle, not the other Michelle. Yes.
Me.
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
I loved when she said, "What are you choosing to give your passion to?"
Ooh.
Yeah, that hit home. And the person I'm thinking of on my team for red is Andrea.
Andrea. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Who is next? Sheila, how about if I let you jump in?
Oh, you can let me jump in. That's fabulous. Okay. So I loved it, Holly, when you were talking about your strengths and you were armoring up with your different strengths. And because I know mine, I've done the strengths finders. I know what they are. And then when you followed it with my dream requires my gifts, like that was so important for me to hear too, because as you were saying all of yours, I was like, I don't have that. I don't have that. That's not my first one. And then I was like, oh, so.
You are so cute, Sheila. So true. Your dream requires your gifts, baby. I love it.
Absolutely. Love it. Reese? Oh, wait, Sheila, sorry. Who's your next red?
I feel like Leanna could be.
Ooh, that would be, I love that. Love that. Love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Reese, am I killing the enunciation of your name or did I get close?
No, you're doing it perfectly. That's fine.
Oh no, that fine means I didn't quite get it. Would you say it then? So I have better.
So it's short for something else. So I go by Reese. So that's perfect, actually.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with that then. Thank you.
Yes. So what I loved, and I wrote it down differently from how Holly said it, because my playing small does not help the world. So I didn't write I wrote my playing small does not help the world, because that hit me hard. So yeah, start playing bigger so I can benefit more people. And my red is going to be Aileen.
Aileen, love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. LaShawn, I see you popping off your mic. Let's go.
Oh my goodness, this was amazing. I think two things. First, when Holly talked about the guilt of not accomplishing what you thought you were going to accomplish. And then the second thing is about the strength. I do it Clifton strengths at work constantly, but putting on it as an armor, like I've never heard people refer to that. So my relator, my maximizer, my focus, my competition, my activator, my strategic,
oh my gosh,
my command, my achiever, my self-assurance, and my significance will be put on as armor this year.
God gave me that in the middle of the night with these red letters, girl.
Oh my God.
I have 2 original Mary Kay trainings and y'all got them all in one tonight. Everything else I copied.
I love it. I will be putting those as armor for sure.
Love it very much. Okay, Caitlin says, I cannot knew the weather is bad and service is really bad. So thank you for hanging out with us. But what I took away was stop doing what Sally is doing across the street and do what you want to do and work your own magic. Amen. Who I want my red on my team is Mallory. She has what it takes and is an amazing woman. Love it. Love it. LaShawn, okay, this could be my being bearing dead. Who on your team, or did I just like?
I'm choosing 2 people, Anitra and Angela.
Ooh, okay. Awesome.
And I actually have one that's one away from red. So I'm one away from elite team leader at the moment.
Okay, I'm pulling down that is done before April 1 because we want the bigger paycheck. Okay, can I just say?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. March is a great time to get a bigger paycheck. Absolutely love that. Tammy or Tiffany or Michelle Hendrickson. There's Tammy. Oh, and Michelle. We got 3 Michelles. Let's go with, we're going to split, we're going to do Michelle Lawson, Tammy, and then we're going to see if Michelle Hendrickson can come. So Michelle Lawson.
Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for having us. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate you. Julia, I just got back from career conference from Louisville. Thank you. You breathed life into my girl, Lacey, who is going to be my red. She's going to be a national sales director. I'm just going to say, like, that is her. And that is, yes. So thank you, Mary, for hosting. Woo, Holly, I have 4 pages of notes in just a matter of minutes. I love the contrast of colors, of the negative aspect and the positive aspect. Woo. And then I love that we are born to manifest the glory of God. And and your present circumstance does not determine where you can go. And thank you. Thank you for bringing that.
You are so beautiful, Michelle. I love it.
Absolutely. And Michelle, never be sorry that the Spirit is moving in you, because that allows the rest of us to let the Spirit in. So keep that real. Keep that real. It makes the rest of life real as well. So thank you for that. Miss Tammy, thank you for waiting. It is your turn to shine.
As always, anytime Holly speaks, there's just tons of takeaways, but I think the main thing is to be myself and to suit up in my strengths.
Love it. You have a lot of them.
And I'm going to also pick 2 on my team for red, my daughter Brianna and Lisa.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Caitlin or Michelle or Christina, are you at a point? I'm sorry, Caitlin, no. Michelle, Tiffany, or Christina, are any of you available to unmic? Christina, go ahead. I see it. No, right. She's been unmuted. She might have some reception issues. I'm thinking we have some reception issues going on. Okay, I'm going to go. Okay, I agree with Tammy. I agree. Like, how many pages of notes can you get in 15 minutes? So Holly, thank you. I love that. Yes, the red letters, the contrast, I would have to say that closing poem, I don't know how many times I've heard it, but the way that you paused through it and the way that you tweaked it to make sure that we heard it tonight is one of those things that it's like, okay, it's time to go find that again. That's one of those no playing small. I love that. Putting on the armor, like several of us have said, it's like, well, now that's what I could do with that Strength Finders. Okay. Because I mean, it's one of those things that I've taken and it's like, okay, yeah, what? But I love that it's like, okay, there is something very visual that I can do with it. So I totally receive that to be a part of that. So thank you for being a part of that. Okay, reds. For me, my reds, I'm on the mission that I'm going to have 3 new reds by tomorrow because I want to be on a trip. So that is kind of where that whole idea is. And I will have to say, just a reminder, when all of a sudden, and Holly said this, when all of a sudden you get all passionate about something, your energy changes and the no's are there, but it's like, oh, okay, fine. You're not going to play. But it's a different, I always receive when I'm fully in a passion for something, I'm expecting the no's because the no is just one step closer to the yes I'm supposed to be getting to. So, thank you for being a part of that as well. Reds, thank you. Thank you for stepping up. Thank you for the years. As I was kind of scrolling through, it's like, you know what? There is years of consistency. There is years of dedication, and it has proven that you're not here for a season. You are most definitely here for a reason and a lifetime. I like it that you're bringing others to Christ with you. I love it that you're bringing energy, passion, and that this business is not a flash in the pants. This is something that serves us through seasons. And thank you. Thank you for being you. Nationals, thank you for giving us inspiration for another level, another inspirational place to go, but to always be that servant leader, turning around and saying, come be with us. Taking those words of Jesus and saying, come follow me. And I appreciate y'all taking times of your lives to be a part of us. One of the cool things about Mary Kay is, guys, this is part of the mentorship we get because we signed our beauty agreement. This is built into the system. I don't know about you, but when I'm sharing this opportunity, how many people right now are so burned out on their jobs? How many people are in jobs where they just don't feel that they are totally full, that their gifts are not being what's highlighted? We just now know that our gifts get to be our armor. Hello, who do you meet at Target? Who are you going to meet at the restaurant that needs to know that they are that uniquely special and that amazing, that we can take that and shine to the world? So, Holli, on behalf of the Reds, on behalf of the Mundy area, thank you for stopping tonight and being a part of us. Lowe National Area, thank you for making us better, that we could learn together. Thank you for taking time out of your lives to be with us. Julia, as always, thank you for being our amazing national and for pointing out to us that, yes, this is a path worth pursuing. So as we wrap up these 90 days, take the poem that Holli gave us and tie it to who needs to hear this, because she or he is desperately praying for a chance to be a part of a community like this. So thank you for being a part. Give yourselves a huge round of applause for being on tonight, investing in yourselves
Holli.
and being a part of it. Stop the